There's a new blood type. I found out about it on Reddit. I actually don't know what it says about me as a person, considering most of my current news comes from Reddit, Twitter, or Atrioc, but I digress. This new blood is called Giwada negative. I think that's how you say it. Gwada? Maybe. Gwada. Oh boy. And it comes from a 68-year-old French woman living in an island that I think is also pronounced Guada, but is spelled like Guadeloupe. So, French language, I guess. It's within the 48th recognized blood group called PIGZ, which raised a lot of questions in itself. Why is the blood group called PIGZ? Why are there 48 of them? I thought it was just the ABO positive negative scheme, but like, that's only 8. How is there 40 more? Before we talk about the whole blood type thing, let's just determine what this new blood type means for like humanity, or just this single person. Guada is a French-controlled island in the Caribbean known for its beaches, rainforests, and high-quality rum. But despite this being the woman's home country, her blood was actually discovered while living in Paris during a medical examination in 2011. At the time, scientists didn't really know what to do with it because it kept rejecting all the other blood types, even the rare ones. They didn't have the technology to look into it further, so it sat in storage until 2019 when they sequenced her entire genome, which is about 22,000 genes, by the way, and found that she had a genetic mutation inherited from both of her parents that resulted in the unique blood type. And then this biologist, Thierry Pavard, today's a day for words. It was like, yeah, she's the only person compatible with herself. So, if she ever needed a blood transfusion, unless she had a storage of her blood, she'd be screwed. She'd just die. That would be it. Which would freak me out, personally, especially if I was old, because she's 68. That's kind of old. And at that point in one's life, you're kind of at higher risk for basically every ailment in existence. You know, bone marrow disorders are rare, but they still happen. So if that was me, I'd be creating a storage of my own blood and making sure those transfusions worked. Other than the fact that her mutation was brand new, and if she didn't have kids, it would die out once she did, I found no indication that it was significant. She can only get blood from herself unless she has a storage of her own blood. She's kind of... But that's basically it. So we're gonna go back to the blood groups and how there's 48 of them, which I somehow didn't know despite graduating from college. We all know about the basic 8 types: A, B, B, O, and then the positive negative versions of all of them. This is called the ABO blood system, but the full range is more complex because of these things called antigens, which are molecules that are on the surface of basically all cells, and if the body doesn't recognize antigens as its own, it freaks out, triggers an immune response, and rejects the foreign body. So A, B, and O are actually all antigens, which is why blood types need to match for transfusions. But there's other systems, such as the positive negative system, that's just called rhesus system. That sounds suspicious. I'm putting that spelling on the screen. There's even more variety added when additional antigens, genetic mutations, and chromosome location are taken into account. Because of this, there's now 48 official blood groups, which could be so specific that people could only receive transfusions from that exact variation of blood that they have. So what does this mean? Nothing crazy, actually, which was a shock to both Reddit and I, because everyone is either freaking their shit or doesn't give a fuck because World War III is on the way anyways. There's just a chance that you might be one of the unlucky few who needs a super specific blood type if you need a transfusion ever. Given that this is a need most people don't have, you should be fine. Worst case scenario, you find out there's a complication when preparing for surgery or something, and that's how you learn. It's good to have variety in blood types for the sake of species diversification to prevent extinction, like how bananas are approaching extinction since there's only one kind of them because the rest are kind of forced out of existence due to plant crossbreeding for the one type we have. That's literally it. We just have one type of bananas, and if that gets some mass disease that wipes it out, there's just no more. There's just no more, because species diversification did not happen. It was erased by humans. We created that problem. So having variety is important, but that's kind of going to be useless since she's too old to pass on the blood type. She's 68. We don't know if she could pass it on in the first place. If it's a recessive type, she would need another person to carry that same type of blood for it to be passed on. But if she's the only person in the world with that blood, then, like, I don't even know if she even had kids in the first place, which wasn't specified in any of the articles. And then if she did, if that was passed on. We don't know any of that. So if she did have kids, for the sake of diversification, we will hope that it's a dominant blood type, but considering that it was inherited from both of her parents, I'm gonna guess it's recessive, and will probably be gone once she's gone. So, yeah, that's really all for this. I just wanted to yap about blood for a moment, because this was genuinely interesting and easier to get out in an afternoon than the Iceland documentary I'm working on, which will hopefully be out in early August. We'll see. In the meantime, I'm leaving for Paris in 4 days, so check out my Instagram and TikTok, since short form content will be coming out a lot more frequently, and I'm actually posting these days. I'm back, chat. I haven't streamed yet, but I'm back. Who knows? We'll see if I stream before Paris. Realistically, probably not, because I have a job. I have 2 jobs. I am employed. Bye.
Oh yeah! Reese's Puffs, eat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. Oh, yeah.